Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. And today I want to share my spring 2022 bracelet designs. So I've created 3 different bracelets that I want to share with you. And the one that you're looking at here has the new charms that I recently purchased from the spring collection. So let's take a closer look at this one. And starting at the clasp end, I've got the open work white daisy. It's retired, but they do have the purple version available, and I am so tempted by that one. I'm really attracted to purple lately, as you can tell. And then in the middle here, I've got Nini the rabbit, the little bunny. So cute. And Nini is still available. And look at the little feet with the heart detail and her inquisitive little face raised up. And then her ears are folded back. There is a little flower detail. So I think Pandora is trying to keep the cost down because they didn't put any CZs or enamel in this charm, and that is perfectly fine. So Nini is super sweet for a spring design. And then of course I've got the pink pansy right next to Nini. And I really like the shade of the CZ in the center, how it's a little unusual that they did orange. The clips on this bracelet is the beveled clip, and I think they finally retired this one. So it's been available for a long time, and it's actually one of my favorite clips because it's very understated. It's smooth, it's shiny, but it makes all the other charms stand out. Like, it's not a busy clip, if you know what I mean. So I really like this one. And then my 2 dangles are the firefly that I recently purchased and the bee that I also recently purchased. And they're a perfect complement to each other. Another recent purchase is the purple daisy. I've had the teal daisy for 2 years now, and it's kind of struggled with the design, so I'm really happy that I picked up the purple version because I think it just ties it in together. I mentioned in my previous video that you can see how the white enamel changes color over time. It's not as bright white as the purple version, so this is how it ages, and it's still really nice and soft. And of course, in the center of this bracelet, I just had to put the Pandora Panda, the new charm. And I think he looks so nice surrounded by the flowers, and the black enamel just kind of ties in also the bee here. And yeah, this is just an absolute must-have for me, of course. And then on this side of the bracelet, I have the new blue pansy, and I'm really happy that they match the exact same orange CZ in the center. And then we have Patty the sheep, and her little nose is a heart, and also little hearts on her hooves, I guess you can say. And I really like the texture on the sheep. This is so sweet, so perfect for springtime. There's more little hearts there, and there's the hallmark. So super in love with Patty the sheep. I wasn't expecting how much I would like this charm. And then we've got the new caterpillar, and this soft pink enamel with the little dots there is a really nice detail touch on the segments of the caterpillar. And the pinks aren't an exact match, but I'm okay with that. I'm trying to get away from having everything being a perfect match and being a little bit more free with the designs, if you know what I mean. So as you can see, I've got a lot of colors going on in this spring design. And usually I struggle with multiple colors, but I think this one really works. So I'm really happy with it. And at the end of the bracelet, I've got the little snail charm. So this one was retired, I think a couple years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago. At the top of the snail, there is a really light pink CZ, although it doesn't really show as pink. And then you've got the snail body there. And then underneath is where all the CZs are. So it's a really nice charm to add into a spring design. So this is my first design using all of the new charms I recently purchased. And now I'm going to share the next one with you that's a little bit more pastel. And here it is. So as you can see, I went with the really soft colors of soft pink and purple on this one. I do have some retired charms, and I also have some that are currently available. And on this side of the bracelet, I've got the recently retired pink butterflies. And I think this one will also be available in the summer 50% off sale, unless it's completely gone at that point. Really nice, soft, pretty pink enamel, and it's an open work. And I'm actually surprised it took me so long to purchase this one because it is really nice on a bracelet. And next to it, I also picked this one up in the 50% off sale, the winter sale. It's the Floral Bella Bot, and she's got a little flowered crown on her head. Nice little smile there. And the best detail is I really like her wings. So yes, her legs do move and her hands do move, or her arms move, I mean. But the wing detail is really sweet. And then I have the first of 3 of these Muranos, the Enchanted Garden Muranos. And I've mentioned these ones to you in previous videos as well, with the light pastel pink and those nice bees that are set into the Murano. And then this one here was a surprise hit for me. I loved the first one so much, I picked up a second. And it's the bee, obviously, and the wings have the little cutout detail. And you can see where the little heart dangle says "Be Mine." What I really like about it is the enamel work, how it's the black stripe, but the raised dots, and it goes all the way around. And the other thing I really like about this charm is it is not a flipper. Like, it stays perfect on a bracelet. So this one is a favorite of mine, and I'm really happy with both of them. And then I have these clips. I've had these clips on my wish list for a long time. I just recently purchased them last year. And it's, of course, the butterflies clip. It is still available. I'm not sure for how much longer because it's been in inventory for quite a while. And it's got those different shades of enamel, and it has those little drops of green enamel in there as well. And the butterflies actually seem to be a little bit raised up, like they're not flat, if you know what I mean, on the barrel. This one was also a recent 50% off sale purchase. It's the ice cream cone. This was an impulse buy. I wasn't expecting to buy it, but when I saw it in the store, I was won over by the details. I like the waffle cone detail and how it's wrapped like an exact waffle cone. And I also really liked how they did the ice cream detail. So you can see how it's a little bit thicker than the actual cone, just like an actual ice cream cone would be. And then like a little bite out of the ice cream is a little heart there, and they changed up the CZ color. So this one is really pretty. And I thought it went really well with the apple blossom charm here. So this one's chunky, like look how chunky that is. And it's a repeat on both sides. And it's, yeah, it's a really nice charm. I've mentioned this one before, how it kind of folds up at the edges. And then I've got another one of the Muranos. This one's a little bit more petite. And then we have this beauty. This is one of my favorite charms. I mentioned in my last hits and misses video that I don't do well with like a lot of bling. And I really like this one because I'm appreciative that they didn't put CZs all around the edges like the radiant hearts. It's just kind of like that raised bubble detail or dots there. You've got the dragonfly and the ladybug. And they're kind of covering up that big CZ in the center, which I really like because it has some sparkle, but it's not overly sparkly. And you can actually see through this charm, you can see the bracelet in the middle. Like, that's how clear it is. And then on the edges, you've got all the flowers and the dragonfly detail. So really nice charm. And this one is called the Enchanted Nature button charm, or Enchanted Nature. Then I've got an oldie. I recently purchased this one pre-loved. It's the rabbit dangle, and I thought it was really nice on this bracelet. And it's kind of the same shape as the ice cream, like it has that long skinny shape. Another one of the clips. And another bit of pave on here is the sparkling butterfly, and this one has purple and white or clear CZs. It's got that beaded detail going down the middle of the butterfly. A little bit of overlap, which is really nice because it gives a little bit of depth to the charms. You can see the wings on the top overlap the bottom wings, and it repeats on the back. And another one of these Muranos. And this is the friendship butterfly. So it came as a set of 2, and you could split it up. And so the inside, it says Friends Forever. It's really nice. This is my second one of the white open work daisies, and you can see it does have a little bee there. It's very subtle, like they only gave the enamel to the flowers, and on this side you've got the bee and the ladybug. So it's one of those subtle details that only really stand out when you're looking at the charm, and then you really appreciate those. This last bracelet design I wanted to share is on my new multi-strand bracelet. And I had recently shared in my last monthly Hits and Misses video, I just used to have the middle portion of this with charms, but then I found it just kept flipping and rotating to the bottom of my wrist. So I wanted to try adding some charms onto the either end and see if it balanced out a little bit better. And it definitely did. So I've made this design. I've only worn it once, but I wore it for a couple hours and it never rotated on me. So really happy about that. This first charm that I added is an open work charm, and it has the little fairy detail hidden among the flowers, and there's a little pink butterfly. This one is so detailed for a little round charm. It's so sweet. Like, look at that fairy. Even her wings have a little bit of CZ on it. So you've got those two pink butterflies on one side and then the flowers on the other. And then this one here is a spacer. It's quite a thick spacer though. I want to call it, anyway, it's something with rose. It's blanking on me right now, sorry, but it is retired. So I've got one of these spacers on this design. I recently took my fox off of the cameo bracelet design I was creating, and so he landed on here. And what I appreciate about the fox is all the extra details. So beautiful CZ eyes, a little black enamel nose, and then he also has a little bit of black enamel on his tail. That kind of gives it that furry look, if you know what I mean. So let me show the back here. So here's the back of the fox, and do you see what I mean about that little extra enamel there? I recently purchased these clips to go onto this bracelet, and I'm still really enjoying them. They work really well. They don't slide. They do their job well. And here is the fox and the rabbit charm. And on the back it says, "We can be different and still be kind." And it's got that bright blue enamel, and it looks like the rabbit's giving the fox a little kiss, and it's under some moon and stars. These are the teal daisies that I've mentioned a few times that I'm still trying to design with. So I'm trying to pull out more blue in this design. I've kept Bellabot in the center because I don't have any charm I think that really works well as a centerpiece for this bracelet. And I kind of also wanted a dangle. So Bellabot's still here. And maybe Pandora will also create a new charm in the future that would work well. And then I've got this little owl dangle. It says "Always by your side," and the owl has little blue CZ eyes. That is supposed to be a baby owl next to it, but I'm sorry, I don't see it. Another one of the clips, and then here is another owl. This owl is a nice match to the dangle there I just showed. And it's got those really pretty blue eyes as well, and the CZs on top, smooth at the back. And then I've got this pink flower, and it's got a little tiny pave flower dangle, and it's a really nice soft shade. Do you see what I mean about these clips? Like, those pink clips match everything, and I think the reason why they do is because they use like an ombre effect to them. There's like a dark pink at the edges, light in the lower part of the petal, so I think it just makes it kind of blend with everything. It's really nice. And then I have this Seeds of Elegance clip with silicone lining to kind of keep it all in place, because this bracelet just has the smooth end, and without a clip or a safety chain or anything with silicone lining, all the charms would slide right off as soon as you took this bracelet off. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my spring bracelet designs for this year. And please leave me a comment below and a big thumbs up. I just love hearing from you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.